For years, property investors have followed a simple formula. Buy a house, wait for prices to rise, and cash in. But here's the truth. That old school way of investing is just not working like it used to. The property market has changed dramatically. Interest rates are higher, the competition is fiercer, and finding deals is getting harder and harder. And if you're relying solely on Rightmove, you're already missing out. Step 1, finding capital growth areas. This is where I start. To build long-term wealth through property, you need to focus on areas with strong capital growth potential. These are the places where property prices will rise over time and create wealth-building opportunities. Focus on areas that are experiencing regeneration and where there's new infrastructure being built. I'm looking out for things like new transport links, major shopping centres, tech hubs. Places like West and South Yorkshire are prime examples right now in my personal area. But it's not just about following trends. You need to find areas where growth is actually happening, not just areas that might happen in the future. Look for areas with great job prospects, population growth, and a strong economy with good social demographic breakdowns and low crime in the area. In 2025, it's all about finding those hidden gems, places that aren't yet overhyped and are primed for long-term growth. So I use tech such as Street Check and Property Data, Lendlord on how to actually look for great schools, strong economic growth. I'm looking at local council websites as well of what infrastructure is getting in and what their development plans are over the next 5 years. By the way, this is called their SHLA, if you want to Google that and have a look. But it's what money is going in to make this a strong growth area. Remembering that strong demand for this now, and that growing demand means demand in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, which is when you're going to want to refinance and capitalize on that extra growth, or indeed sell out in 20, 30 years and make sure you've got a nice pension in your back pocket. Step 2, build a network and leverage your community. Now, you can't just build a successful property business alone. There is not a one-man or one-woman band. The most successful investors leverage the power of community. When I first started in property, I didn't have all the answers, but I surrounded myself with people who were already where I wanted to be. Remember, your network is your net worth, and this is how I learned. That's how I found great deals. Now, you can't afford to be isolated in this business. You can't be the lone wolf. The property world is full of opportunities, but you're not going to find them unless you're engaging with the right people. Estate agents, sources, other investors, and professionals who can help you. I always tell my delegates at Aspire Education, networking is your secret weapon. Okay, you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the best. The more people you know, the more deals you'll find. My success is really down to the people I choose to surround my time with. Step 3, final numbers and calculations. You have to know your numbers inside out if you want to succeed, and every deal has to meet your criteria before you pull the trigger. That's why people say you make money when you buy, not when you sell. It's all about getting it right. This isn't guesswork, okay? It's economics, it's spreadsheets, it's numbers, it's accuracy, and you need to have accurate calculations, and that ranges from yield, return on capital investment, your ROI, cash flow, and most importantly, long-term capital growth projections. Your millionaire status comes from that capital appreciation. And the more accurate your projections are, the more likely you'll achieve your financial goals. And this is crucial when you're dealing with other people's money or looking for investors. I always run multiple scenarios to ensure I'm covering my bases, and I also calculate exit strategies and contingency plans, plan A, plan B, and plan C, because property investment is a long-term game. This brings me to step 4, structuring your investments property. Do not skip this section. It will cost you thousands. One of the most common mistakes that I see new investors making is buying property in their personal name without understanding the tax implications. Now, caveat to this is not financial advice, and it really does depend on your personal situation. So always talk to an accountant about that personal situation. But in 2025, honestly, to scale successfully, you need to understand this tax structure. And the way that you do this is setting it up right from the beginning. You need to think of the end in mind, and that comes from inheritance, when the inevitable happens. Who are you handing down to? Or even, what is your exit strategy? And I can be as morose as possible here. In my own terms, my exit is death, and inevitably, my child loses half of it in their first marriage. Don't do that, child. That I don't have right now. So using a limited company is going to be really good for me and 95% of you watching, okay? Limited company, or an SPV, a special purpose vehicle, is often the best way to buy and hold property in the safest and most tax efficient way. These structures can help reduce your tax, provide asset protection, and help you grow your business with less risk and utilizing other people's money in a safe and effective way. Now, that might sound boring, but trust me, if there's an element of your structure that you want to be boring, it's your SPVs, your special purpose vehicles, limited company, and tax structure. Keep things simple, stupid, okay? And you want to do this from the beginning to save yourself tens of thousands of pounds in tax, creating more opportunity for growth. So if you're not sure how to set this up, you can work with an accountant that specializes in property, something I always recommend. Step number 5 is scaling with the right team and systems. Now, once you get going and the money starts coming in, you don't have to do everything yourself. Shock horror. It's not a one-man, one-woman band. The fastest growing property business have teams in place. Teams in place that handle the day-to-day tasks, leaving you free to focus on the bigger picture. Money-making activities, including strategy. In my business, I have a dedicated team for acquisitions, closing the properties, refurbishments to get it actually making it from my house to their home, and property management to manage all of my wonderful tenants that we love. Without them, I wouldn't be able to scale. I wouldn't be able to manage the volume of deals we're handling at 200 property investments every single year. And the key to scaling to this level is having systems in place that are then automated or outsourced to the right people at the right time. And we say the right bums on the right seats at the right time in your business. That way, I can focus and you can focus on what's important, which is going to be strategy, structuring partnerships, finding amazing deals, and expanding your portfolio. So something I like telling my delegates at Aspire Education is you don't always need to employ somebody to do this. You can use freelancers, part-time people before making the big move. It's like when people go, I eventually want to quit my job. It's like, that's great, but you're not going from I work 50 hours, 5 days a week to I don't work. Usually you'll go, hey, can I do a 4-day work week or a 3-day work week? And you can cut it down. You don't need to go from 0 to hero. It's the same with employing and outsourcing. You can get somebody to do a couple of hours a week in the Philippines, in South Africa, or in the UK, and you want to utilize this slow and steady. This is where tech plays a huge role as well. You can utilize CRM systems, which is customer relationship management, to make sure all of your conversations are kept in one place. AI, artificial intelligence, is becoming huge right now, and deal management software. Financial tracking tools can save you hours. It's kind of like back in the day, I think it was Apple that said this. There's an app for that. There is tech or AI to really automate and streamline everything to make it more simple. Now, it might feel that you're a million miles away from this right now. You can make 10-year moves today. And the reality is, you in 10 years thanks you of today for the decisions and actions that you take. So don't wait to take action and wait for the results to come in. Talking about those action takers, if you really want to learn how to build a profitable property business step by step where you can copy and paste, or I should say model and paste on what we do, then you can actually join me on my investment program. So this is called the Elite Property Trading Academy. In this academy, you're going to learn how to find great deals, secure funding. And by the way, this is like 0 to hero over a 12-week period, how to structure it properly using proven frameworks. If you've been following this channel for a while, you'll know that I do property to a fairly decent level. We do multiple millions every single year in profits from my property business, not my education business. And I've literally frameworked it out. How do you go from 0 to 6 figures in your first year in a 12-week trademark program? So this is my exact model that I've used to build my businesses. I'm sharing everything inside Aspire Education. So what I'm going to do is I'll put a link in the description, fill in your details, and just book in a call. We don't do any hard sells. What we like doing is a one-to-one strategy session to actually figure out where you're at, what resources you've got to build a business, and we'll give you a step-by-step process to follow. So worst case, you've got some blueprints that you can go out and implement on your own. Best case scenario, you decide to get educated by me and my team at Aspire Education, and I'd really love to help you do that. So click the link in the description. If the link's not working for you, put education in the comments. I'll send you a link and book in your completely free one-to-one strategy session. Property investment is still the #1 way to make you incredibly wealthy, but you need to know how to play the game today and surround yourself with the best people. So I look forward to having a chat. Put education or click the link, fill in your details. Look forward to you chatting with either myself or one of my team. And I hope this video has been really helpful in giving you some step-by-step guidance. Take action on all 5 steps to start making money this year. Make sure to hit subscribe and the notification bell. If you liked it, hit the like button. It really helps some feedback to the team. And I'll see you in the next video.